Here is something that no other animal on Earth can do. I can make you picture a purple elephant riding a bicycle on the moon. You just did it. I gave you sounds, and your brain built a world that does not exist. That is language. And 70,000 years ago, something happened in the human brain that made this possible, and it changed everything. The moment everything changed. 70,000 years ago, Homo sapiens were not doing particularly well. We had been around for 200,000 years. We had stone tools, fire, small family groups. We were smart, but so were Neanderthals. So were Homo erectus. Then something happened. In a span of a few thousand years, barely a blink in evolutionary time, everything changed. We started making art, complex jewelry, long-distance trade, planning hunts months in advance, and we started spreading across the entire planet. Neanderthals, who had survived ice ages, who had brains as large as ours, went extinct. Homo erectus, who had survived for 1.8 million years, gone. Every other human species, gone. What happened? The most widely accepted theory: we got language, not grunts, not warning calls, not animal communication, actual language, the ability to talk about things that do not exist. What makes human language different? Every animal communicates. Bees do a dance that tells other bees the exact direction and distance to a flower. Vervet monkeys have different alarm calls for different predators. One call means eagle, another means snake, another means leopard. That is impressive, but it is not language. Here is the difference. A vervet monkey can say, "Eagle, right now, above us." But a vervet monkey cannot say, "Last Tuesday, I was thinking about what would happen if an eagle and a leopard fought, and I imagined the eagle would probably win, but I was not completely sure, and I wanted to get your opinion." That is what human language can do. Linguists call it displacement, the ability to talk about things not present in space or time. And what it unlocks is something far more powerful than communication. It unlocks fiction. The superpower of fiction. Think about what happens when I say the word corporation. Where is the corporation? You cannot point to it. You cannot touch it. It does not exist in the physical world. But thousands of people can share a belief in it, coordinate around it, live and die for it. Yuval Noah Harari calls this cognitive revolution, the ability to talk about things that exist only in our imagination. Lions, rituals, nations, human rights, money, gods. None of these things exist in physical reality. They exist because humans agree that they exist. And that agreement, sustained across thousands of people, is only possible through language. A group of chimpanzees can cooperate, but they cannot cooperate with 1,000 strangers from a different troop around a shared belief in a football club. Humans can. That is the real superpower. The dark side, the birth of lying. But here is the twist. The same ability that lets you talk about things that do not exist also lets you lie. And this is where it gets philosophically unsettling. Every other animal is limited to communicating what is real. A dog cannot fake bark about a threat that does not exist, but a human can tell you there is a tiger behind you when there is no tiger. And we are extremely good at it. Psychologists estimate that the average person tells between 1 and 2 lies every single day. Not malicious lies, often small ones, social ones. I'm fine. Traffic was terrible. I love your haircut. We lie so naturally that we barely notice we are doing it. Some researchers argue that lying, or at least the ability to construct fictional scenarios, is not a corruption of language. It is the foundation of it. Because the ability to imagine things that do not exist and the ability to say things that are not true are the same cognitive operation. The same mental machinery that lets you plan for a future that has not happened yet, remember a past that no longer exists, and imagine a world different from the current one, also lets you deceive. Language and deception were born together. the question that changes everything. So here is the mirror moment. When you were a child, you were taught that lying is wrong, but lying is something only humans can do, because only humans can model other minds. To lie effectively, you need to understand what another person believes and engineer a false version of that belief. Psychologists call this theory of mind, the ability to understand that other people have mental states different from your own. It emerges in children around age 4, and it is the same cognitive tool that lets you feel empathy, understand stories, write novels, build therapy around, the ability to deceive and the ability to connect deeply with other humans. Same tool. The lesson. Here is what the origin of language teaches us. Every human superpower has a shadow. Language gave us the ability to coordinate across thousands of people, and the ability to manipulate thousands of people. Fiction gave us religion, law, and money, and propaganda, conspiracy theories, and manipulation. Theory of mind gave us empathy, art, therapy, and deception, manipulation, war. The most powerful tools humans have are always double-edged, not because we are broken, because power is inherently double-edged. A knife cuts vegetables and cuts people. The same edge. The question is never, how do I get a tool without a shadow? The question is, who am I becoming in how I use this tool? 70,000 years ago, something changed in the human brain that made all of human civilization possible. It also made all of human deception possible. Both things are true, and both things are you. Subscribe to Paleo Sapiens, 3 to 4 videos every week. Each one takes something that happened tens of thousands of years ago and shows you why it still matters today. Hit the bell and tell me in the comments, what do you think was the first lie ever told by a human? I genuinely want to know. See you next time on Paleo Sapiens.